Yes, it's Dave O'Neill here on the debrief in a service station on the, I don't know where we are, between Newcastle and Rooty Hill. We're near Gosford. I'm here with Brad Oakes, and we're going off to do the Newcastle Comedy Club. I'm going to film my special. Well, we're filming it, but, not we, the people there. I'm going to hang around to do a showcase. Brad, I'll hand the mic to you because I have to drive, and I know people are concerned about my driving safety, and we've only got one microphone because the other one was cutting out the cord. No, we've got two mics. We don't have only one cord. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of Gosford, Brad Oakes. I'll put your seatbelt on first. I'll just pad. So we were triumphant last night at the Coliseum at Rooty Hill. We had a great sleep. Not together. They had these great beds. Anyway, here he is.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Of course, if we had been together, we wouldn't have slept because we would have stayed up talking like a couple of excited scouts. It was a great gig. Absolutely tip-top. What a space. What an amazing place, too. You just kind of...
We talking about this service station? Or?
No, we are talking about Rooty Hill, the Coliseum. I strongly recommend, if you don't know what we're talking about, you Google it. Because basically it's just this massive entertainment complex in what's really a kind of semi-rural suburb. Bizarre.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of bizarre.
Great fun, great personnel. MC'd by yours truly, Bradford. First guest, Billy Stiles. First time in a big room, did very well. The inimitable Mandy Nolan, all the way down from the Northern Rivers. And followed by David O'Neill.
Yeah.
And finally, Limo. And we came, we saw, and we conquered, which is pretty appropriate in a Coliseum, spelt differently, though.
So it's spelled differently?
Yeah, it's Colieseum is the way they spell the Sydney Coliseum. But I believe the Roman Coliseum is spelled Colles.
Oh.
Or it could be OS. Seum, but certainly there's no I in it. It's like team. There's no I.
There's no own team.
In Coliseum. But in the Sydney one it is, and yeah, it was fine. Great facilities, lovely crowd. Could have been a bit bigger, but we'll always have that intimate night that we had. I mean, the crowd.
Yeah. Not the. But we're off to Newcastle.
Yeah, returning to the place we triumphed at in February. We were there, wasn't it?
January.
Oh God,
I think.
Is it May already too? Jeez. Yeah, that's right. We did Wyong, and then we went to Newcastle, and we're going back to do the same. Good fun.
Well, yeah, we're just driving from Rooty Hill. It's beautiful. There's all these national parks over the Hawkesbury, which looked amazing.
It did.
It's a huge river.
It's just a different thing driving through New South Wales, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just it's immense, and I think we need to go over that.
What are you saying? What are you telling me to do?
I think we need to go into that right lane, Dave. The middle lane, at least. Yeah, because I think the last time we came down this highway, we came the other way from Newcastle to Wyong.
Oh, yeah.
And we're in that massive traffic jam.
All
right, so hopefully. But yeah, it was a great night. Goodish flight up. Thanks to Qantas, decided to make us go a bit earlier.
Yeah, they put us on a half hour early. Yesterday was quite a struggle, really, because we woke up to the news that the flight had been changed from 11:30 to 11. I was dropping the kids off at school. I had to rush home. Billy was at my house. Then we had to come and get you. Then we had to get on the plane. Then we had to get a hire car. And getting a hire car in Sydney now is a real drama because you have to get a bus to a paddock.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, there's something. Well, first of all, too, ironically, I was dropping the kids off, but different thing.
But also, then we had to drive an hour from the airport to Rooty Hill, where we then went to the food court and everything was closed. Well, most things were closed.
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
The food court was not in session, and that whole thing, getting a hire car, like the hire car place is being relocated to the other side of the airport. So Sydney Airport, you've got domestic, and then the other side you've got international. So we had to go over beyond international. So it would have been better, I think, if we'd flown to, say, New Zealand, and then flown into Sydney International, it would have been quicker to get a hire car than it was the way we went.
Oh man, I've done that once before, and there was a Swedish guy on the bus. You get a bus from the airport to the hire car joint. He's like, "What is this?" He couldn't understand what was happening.
Wow!
Why am I on the bus?
Why didn't he have a Swedish accent?
Why was he so ill-defined?
And then, he should have been talking like this.
That's right. More like the chef from the Muppets. Anyway, we've learned, before we turn on the microphone, tell everyone about the 2 songs that changed your life, because I reckon this is interesting.
Well, changed my life. When I was just a lad, like this, we're talking over 50 years ago. I used to listen to my transistor radio.
Yeah, I used to do that.
You could Google that too if you want to know.
Kids.
But under the pillow, on a Sunday night, I think it was a show called The Album Show. And one night, the first song that I heard that just absolutely turned me on to music was Horror Movie by Skyhooks.
Great song.
Which starts off with that massive synth descent, there's
Yeah.
a like that, which, freaked me out. I don't think I slept for the rest of the night. But yeah, I heard that, and then I don't know if it was months later, probably get the timeline wrong, but I heard Ground Control, Space Oddity by David Bowie. It was Ground Control to Major Tom. And I heard that, and that turned me on to David Bowie. And I used to buy singles back then.
Yeah, my first single was a Skyhook song, actually. I bought it in one thaggy at the record shop. I think it was $1 Million Riff.
Wow.
$1 Million Riff.
Yeah, well,
Not a great song, I gotta say.
No,
not one of their best.
No, not at all. But by then, you could just pump out any old shit once you were,
Jukebox in Siberia.
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. And even women in uniform would not...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but would not stand up now. The lyrics are, they're a little bit...
Oh, no, they're a bit saucy, yeah, I know.
But
what about... Okay, here's a pop quiz, Skyhooks pop quiz for you. They got a new lead singer, and they played at our high school, right? They played at Mitcham High, and they had one hit single with the new lead singer after Shirley left. What was that song?
Oh.
It's a good song.
No, do you know it?
I know, I looked it up.
What was it?
Over the Border.
Oh, right.
Over the Border, it's a great rock song.
It was just women in uniform again, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, well, they...
and you saw David Bowie live.
I saw David Bowie at the MCG. I think it was 1978. We waited 6 hours in the rain, and we had to watch the Angels, formerly known as the Keystone Angels, who were a country jug band, and they converted to kind of new wave, and that's where they did
No Secrets.
And
they got great songs.
And they had a great band. Anyway, when we saw David Bowie, and he came out, and I was explaining to Dave before that back then it took Bowie something like 10 years to come to Australia because he had a fear of flying, but his official line was that a clairvoyant had told him he'd die in a plane crash. Right. Somewhat mystifyingly didn't warn him about having 90 cigarettes a day.
Is that what he did? Is that what he died of?
Yeah, he died of lung cancer.
I didn't know that.
I believe that's...
it was a cancer, I know that.
Yeah. no, he used to just light cigarettes off each other. But anyway, but I reckon that was just an excuse for him. He was just scared of flying, and you know, that was a long flight.
And you could fly. You could smoke on that flight.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he came out. He wanted to play all his new songs, which I think Station to Station was the album du jour at the time.
So what singles were off that? Is that Young Americans? Or no, that's not. No.
Station to Station is Station to Station. It might have been many. No, it wasn't Heroes one then. I think it was just after then. I couldn't tell you the names of the songs, but it's a great album. It's, you know, back when it's not concept, but you know, the songs were similar.
Yeah.
Not, you know, it's not like Five Sauce. It's not that good.
Right. So what? He wanted to play his new stuff.
He wanted to play his new, and well, as you would, because you know, there's a symbiosis back then between touring, doing concerts live, and selling albums. The albums promoted the tour, and the tour sold albums.
Yes.
Right. So you know, make your money that way. But we wanted to hear, by that stage, Space Oddity was 9 years old, and Starman, which is, you know, not very
great
famous
song. Great song.
Yeah.
You play the best of it. You've got so many great songs.
Yeah. It's just absolutely one of the best concerts I've ever been to. And we're on the MCG, that hallowed sporting turf, where I always dreamed that I would play on the MCG. I didn't realise that it would be just me throwing my chair into the aisle and dancing. My fold-up
So
chair.
they're the fold-up chairs.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And also, tell us the other time you went to the MCG to see the Pope. Was it you that does that joke about the Pope?
No, I went to see the Queen.
The Queen.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's a good joke.
I was there. Yeah, well, what was it?
Come on, do it for us now. Come on.
All right. Well, me. I couldn't tell you the year, but back when I was in primary school, I was taken along with 70,000 other primary school kids to see the Queen of England, not my Queen, the Queen of England, do 2 and a bit laps around the boundary line of the MCG in an open-top Rolls Royce. And I was puzzled as to why I was there. And then I thought, oh, of course, wow, the Queen's won the Brown Line. Which was bullshit. She got reported that year. She couldn't claim it.
It's unbelievable.
I know. It's just, and it's funny when you know, when you include truth in stand-up.
Yes.
And some people will latch onto that. Now come up to your gig afterwards and go, oh, you know, I was there. And you know, you think to yourself, well, there was 70,000 other kids there. I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Or when I did that gig the other night in Mitcham Bowling Club.
Oh, yes.
Dave and I share our roots from Mitcham, and I did that gig, and I explained to the audience, I think it was in the 60s, late 60s, I went to a national fitness camp, which sounds very...
young Hitler Youth.
It does, doesn't it? But what it was kids could go to school during the holidays and do activities. So it was, you know, just child mining, really.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you know, you were happy to go to school to do fun stuff and then really annoyed when you had to go back. Anyway, they had a competition on the last day and you had to do all these tasks. And it was the Mr. Mitcham competition, and I think there was a Miss Mitcham competition as well. So you had to swim 25 yards and hit a cricket ball.
Because they had a pool there, didn't they?
They did have a pool, yeah. It's like a Roman bath.
Yeah.
And bowl a cricket ball, kick a footy, you know, draw a potato, I don't know, run around that big park next to the bowling club. And I didn't.
What is the name of that park? Hang on. I should know. That's where the fights after school used to happen. Holiday Park.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
Yeah. And Holiday?
Something like that.
And anyway, when they came to make the awards, they said Junior Mr. Mitcham, and they called out my name. I hadn't completed anything. I ran 3/4 of the park. You know, I swam 20 yards. You know, I'd missed the cricket ball, hitting it. And they called out Bradford Oates, Junior Mr. Mitcham. And given that it was the only year they held it, I am still the reigning junior Mr. Mitchum.
Wow.
And I told the audience that, and they didn't think it was that important.
They couldn't care less.
No.
So okay, you saw. Did you go back to see Bowie at Waverley Park at the Moonlight Moonlight tour?
No.
No.
By that stage,
Well, the 80s. Yeah, that was mid 80s.
yeah, that was, and there was a new wave of Bowie fans,
Yeah.
and I was a little bit looking down my nose.
No, yeah, those songs weren't as good.
No.
Like China Girl.
Yeah, well,
Let's Dance. Nah.
it's just, again, it was just, for him, it was a new audience, people like
Oh, yeah. Well,
but,
then Tin Drum. That was the next.
Heroes, not bad.
Oh, Heroes is great.
Yeah.
But when was that after Let's Dance?
No, I'm not
That was
sure.
before.
Yeah, because I tape it off. Up until I had I think I had 18 Bowie albums at one stage.
Wow.
And then I stopped, and I think I stopped at Heroes, or whatever that one.
Oh, that's what they're saying about us in Newcastle. We can be heroes just for one day.
Just for one.
Just
day.
for one day.
Twice in one day.
Twice in one day. So we're driving there now. So we'll come back and let you know how it went.
Yes.
Because we're doing a solo show, then we're doing the showcase show, which is just their normal comedy night.
Yeah, they were probably going to help out in the soup kitchen or something like that.
Yeah, because we're heroes.
We are heroes.
Just for one day.
Yeah. Junior Mr. Mitchum.
Junior Mr.
Signing
Mitchum. Yes, we're back on the debrief. Just done the Newcastle Comedy Club. Did the solo show and then the showcase. Brad Oakes, how was it?
Look, the solo show this afternoon was fantastic. 20 minutes of absolute good stuff from the cellar. And then tonight, it was fine. It was just a little bit more rushed.
Yeah. It was just like your standard kind of showcase show.
And I think, too, that this afternoon, because it was your crowd, and I am your Sancho Panza, if you're Don Quixote,
Yeah.
I am your sidekick, and they knew that. So, I just walked into, we got that really good intro. I just walked into it 10 tenths, 100% straight away. That was good fun.
Oh, man, you were killing. I was worried.
But then tonight, I just felt like, it was harder work. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell by watching the other people on that it was going to be harder work. But we got to meet Billy Darcy.
Billy Darcy?
And his mate.
Yes.
God, his support act. He was fun. They were both really funny. And
Rowan?
They were both really funny. And we saw some of Billy's solo show. And then they were both in the showcase. They're Sydney comics. Yeah. Billy's quite big on the internet. I reckon the younger people would know him. But he's very funny, man. They're both funny.
Yeah, they're both good. And that was a good night. It's a wonderful club. It really,
yes.
It really is. If you're in the area, and I think you had a guy in the audience from Mudgee.
Yeah, Des from Mudgee. Yeah,
that's a fair way.
That is a fair way, actually.
Yeah.
But last time there were people. Some guy driven a few hours and stuff, so they do. I suppose Newcastle's like the big smoke, and it's better than Sydney because it's probably got a lot of what Sydney has to offer without the traffic hassles.
Well, that's it. There's three different people in 10, 12 hours we've been here today have told me how much they prefer not having to, battle Sydney traffic. And so, it's probably it's a bit like, I suppose, with Geelong, where they go, we'll bring the comedy to us.
The difference is Newcastle's actually got surf beaches on the edge of the city. Remember last time we were in the CBD when there were people walking around with surfboards?
Yeah.
In board shorts? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. I think they were making a film.
Point Break 3.
Yes.
The disappointment was our favourite bakery was closing up when we got to Newcastle.
Well, they're dead to me.
So I could only have a sausage roll. But we found that bar me joint, which was nice. So.
Yeah, except I didn't want to tell you, but that bar me.
Yeah.
There was no. I paid for beef. There was no meat in it.
You should have said something.
By that stage, I just wanted to
Eat.
check it. No, I just wanted to check in at the hotel, and which the Mercure, which we should do an ad for them. It's quite lovely. It's a bit dated.
What's funny? The ceilings are really low.
They are.
It's interesting and we've gone from the Coliseum Novotel in Rudy Hill with these massive rooms where you could kick a football and train with the whole team.
Yeah.
But here, it's smaller rooms, lower ceilings, but that's fine. You can tell it's a old motel by the you notice the toilet?
Yeah.
The toilet's it's got that it's that brand from the 60s and 70s. Wow, what is it again?
Is Vitreous?
No, it's a famous toilet brand.
All right. Well.
Toilet. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, but you know, I noticed the bath. The bath was from the 60s, but I think the reason why the ceilings are so low is the rumor has it that it was built by jockeys. Yeah, that's just when I say rumor, that's just something I made up just then. But that's a if somebody walked away from the podcast just as I said that, they might go, "Do you know it was built by jockeys?" Because they didn't hear me do the disclaimer.
I'm Gen X.
Yeah, you just.
I'm on the cusp, but no, I hate it when they move the thing and it's like, oh, you're a boomer. No, I'm not a boomer. Well, okay, here, let's Coroma Luma. No, it's not that. No, it's old school.
Well,
Castano. No, I've never heard of that. Oh.
Corona? No. Oh, he's getting annoyed.
Oh God. You know what? I'll put. What do I put? I'll put a famous Australian toilet brand.
Yeah.
I'll put old school.
Yeah.
No, retro.
Right. Yeah. Vintage.
Vintage.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. Oh man, people would tune in for this stuff.
Yeah.
I think people would be,
Cobb and Co. For a little bit of background.
Washington Lever. No, Coroma. No.
We pulled into the car park at the hotel. We haven't gone in. We're just sitting in the car park like a
Googling toilets.
Yeah, like we're broken up, and
like we're gonna break up.
Yeah, I don't want you go in. No, you go in.
Oh, Coroma. It's not Coroma.
No,
it's like Baskin and Rob. Oh, there we go. It's no shots. No. Oh, look at that, the blue one. We've got a yellow toilet at home.
What?
Yeah, we've got a yellow one.
You should clean it.
Just quality. All right, I can't find it.
Well, no.
But I tell you what, I'm going to take this inside and I'll read it out to you at the end of this. Okay, so get ready.
And me. The name of the toilet is Barry.
Let's have a look at Shots. That's near my house. They sell old toilets. Washington Close. No.
Oh, I'm getting worried. You're getting really annoyed.
Yeah, Colonial 2. Birmingham. No. Turner Hastings. That's getting closer.
What do you reckon? What letter do you think it starts with?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh no, this is. Look, I feel like we're losing this.
I think. All right.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, people.
Yes.
Oh God.
Okay, so it was. But anyway, look. Maybe we've done too many podcasts, Dave.
If we're looking up toilets.
Looking up toilets. No, it's an interesting place. Newcastle, we like it. We love the club here. Pity we couldn't get to go to the beach.
Yeah, I wanted to go and have a swim, but it has been sort of raining all day.
Well, it's been very dank.
Yeah.
Dank and wet.
Well, what went well tonight, Brad?
Do we do the two gigs?
Let's do whatever.
Okay. Well, what went well is the Newcastle Comedy Club. It goes well, and the communication was good, and the punters were there, and it was good to see the room full. And
what didn't go well?
What didn't go well? I would say that, as I said, I felt just in the second show, I felt slightly pressed for time, and that's probably my problem, not anybody else's.
Yeah, otherwise, I did well. I just got up there and got stuck into them, so I thought they needed a bit of. Yeah, I don't know. I have energy.
I have more manners.
As Mono Rock said, if the chemistry is right, I don't know what that means. But anyway, they also said, "Come," said the boy.
Well, do you know?
They also sang, "Hey, well." Remember that one?
New End, the Eagle Rock, but
that was Daddy Cool.
Well, who did you say?
Mondo Rock.
Well, that was Daddy Cool.
Well, that's Ross Wilson. I know.
Well, Ross Wilson was Daddy Cool.
Duane. What about Ross Hannaford? You're belittling his work.
well,
What about the bass player? I don't know who the bass player was. Anyway, go on.
B. Birtles? No, anyway.
He was in LRB.
So, no, look, all round, what a win. And while we're asking things, what is the lowest prices are just the beginning?
I know.
I don't know what that means.
What is the beginning of what?
Exactly. It's not it's faux intellectualism. Anyway.
Any organisational hazards get in the way today or tonight? I don't want to harp on about. Well, why are we drinking drinks out of plastic cups?
Oh, no.
Like let's get some glasses.
And you had a lot of water too.
I know. It's just they've got paper cups to be better to the environment, but I would have had about 40 of them.
I know. I think the paper was negating the effect of the water with you.
I'm doing a new joke about paper straws. It's like, I don't like them. I'm all for the environment. We should get rid of them. And you go down to like McDonald's or Boost Juice and you suck it on the paper straw and they're like, what flavour thick shack have you got? And you're like, cardboard. That's the flavour that I've got. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I worry about having a stroke just because you can't suck on them.
Yeah, can I use that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, use that. And how can we do better next time?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll wear a watch next time. I'm going to go back to wearing a watch. I think I'm usually good with time, but it was just...
You are?
Yeah, it was just...
Right, Oaks, we're going to walk while we're recording. We're going to get in the lift. This is going to be an experiment podcast. We're going to get out. We're going to keep recording as we go, and we are going to deliver the news of the make of the toilet. Is the car off? Yeah, it's off. Yeah, we did leave. I think there was a... What sort of car was that? This is a hire car. Yeah, it was a hybrid, and we left it on for about 2 hours in the car park. It's embarrassing. I can hear a disco. Well, that's going to be good for my sleep. You got everything? Brad's disappeared behind the car. Oh, no, there he is. It's like a magic trick. Oh, your paper. All right, we're walking to the Great McCure. Brad's bought a packet of... Is there a disco on in this building? Can you get that noise? I hear a disco. What the hell's going on in Newcastle? Brad's bought a packet of Smith's chips. Yeah. Great choice.
Don't tell my doctor.
Don't tell the doctor. I've got some French fries. Here we go. We're going to the building. We could steal anything from the front desk. There's no one here, Brad. We could steal those chips. Getting into the lift. This is exciting radio. Pushing the button. 3, thank you. You see, you can tell by the lift that it's old too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's it say? Oh, congratulations on the end of the First World War.
Full buffet breakfast, £28. 28 pence. $28 per person. That's kind of expensive, isn't it? Where are we? We're not in the same room. Brad, do you want to come in and share the joy of the announcement? I'm $3.19. Okay, here we go. All right. Just ignore the hookers and the cocaine in my room, Brad. Classic. Oh, there's my ironing board. Okay, we ready? Roxy. Oh, yes! There it is. Do you want to have a look? It's... Oh, it's foul aware! Oh, my God. And just to prove that we really are in here. That was a bit of a letdown. I thought it was going to be the other famous one. Oh, God. Thanks for listening, people. May have been the most underwhelming debrief ever, ending on a toilet flush. And it's going to go to air.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. And
you take the single bed, I'll get the double. Classic. Okay. Just had to add this on. Armitage Shanks. That's what I was thinking of in terms of toilets. And also Villery Bock was another one. All right. And Royal Dalton. Look, that's enough toilet talk. But Armitage Shanks, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay, good night. I know people will be rapt to hear this.